Gavin Newsom is infuriating MAGA so badly. And for once, it feels like, or at least for the first time in a while, a Democrat has control of the narrative. And Republicans don't know how to handle it. And they are confused. And I want to walk you through a few of the best clips we have seen, but also why it matters, why this is important. And so, before we get to this video, some of the best highlights of people making these Gavin Newsom AI edits, Gavin Newsom looking like Jesus, right? It's all to mock Trump and how stupid he looks. Of course, a lot of Republicans don't understand that, right? So before we get to that, let me play you this Fox News clip from literally 2 days ago talking about Gavin Newsom and how he's tweeting.
Or the debate. The other thing for me is that for the last week, Gavin Newsom, and why am I giving him advice? You have to stop it with the Twitter thing. I don't know where his wife is. If I were his wife, I would say, "What? You are making a fool of yourself. Stop it. Do not let your staff tweet. And if you're doing it yourself, put the phone away and start over." And if you really, he's got a big job as governor of California, but if he wants an even bigger job, he has to be a little bit more serious.
Wow. They have walked. I've never seen somebody walk so clearly into the trap. They've walked so clearly into the trap. Obviously, Gavin Newsom has been spam posting. His press team has been spam posting like Donald Trump. I'm sure you've seen it everywhere. He types big, all caps, and he's like, "Donald Tiny Hands is a loser," or something dumb like that. And they're walking straight into it. They're like, "Oh, this is unprofessional." And it's like, that's Gavin's whole point, right? People walking into this saying this is unprofessional, this isn't what a leader does, and him telling the press, "Yeah, I actually agree. I'm glad you say that, because if you're concerned about what I'm doing on my press team, why are you not concerned about Trump?" Boom. Every single time. And so we go again that night to Fox, somebody talking about it. Take a look at this video and then the response from the Newsom team.
Well, the Fox News at Night Common Sense Department is curious that Gavin Newsom decided to criticize Fox News at Night and yours truly on social media. Newsom was, of course, using his new Trumpian style, where he tries to mimic and mock Trump's tone and tenor, not to mention using all capital letters, posting, quote, "Bird brain Trey Gallagher." A so-called Fox News host that nobody has ever heard of says my posts are childish and unbecoming of a leader. So basically, Newsom thinks his mock style is clever. Common Sense thinks it would be more clever if he obsessed less on Trump and more on California. He is, after all, the governor, at least when he's not an influencer or a podcaster. And California isn't just in financial trouble. Its mystique is mysteriously missing. The mamas and the papas would never be caught California dreaming today. Heck, it was only 60 years ago that Jed Clampett's kinfolk told him California is the place you ought to be. So he loaded up the truck and moved to Beverly. Now the trucks are going the opposite direction. In-N-Out Burger just loaded up its truck and moved to Tennessee. California used to be swimming pools and movie stars. Now it's shoplifters and empty reservoirs. Common Sense is well aware that Gavin Newsom is eyeing the nation's top job.
First of all, I'm going to pause, because like what we're about to hear is a literal sales pitch for a Fox News mug, which is absurd, okay? Number two, if you're watching this video and you live in California, let me know in the comments down below. Tell me what it's like in California, because California is great. There's so many parts of California I love. I grew up and was born and raised in Georgia, so I haven't spent too much time on the West Coast. I'm now in Chicago. But I have spent some time in the Bay Area, and it's so pretty. It's so great. The weather's amazing. Let me know what you think if you're from California. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below and hit like. It goes such a long way. I appreciate all of you so much. You guys have shown so much love lately. It means the world. So he goes on this whole rant. Late night Fox News, they kind of figure it out, right? They start by saying, this is unprofessional. This is not what a leader should do. All these things. And then they say, okay, we get it, guys. He's mocking Trump, but it's still dumb and not funny. He should focus on being governor, which still is kind of down the same. What are you talking about? So Gavin Newsom's official team responded with this. Old man yells at cloud after Trace Gallagher posted the video on Twitter. You see this got 18,000 likes. Trace Gallagher's post got 4,500 likes. That's what we call a ratio, folks. A ratio. And so again, all of this attention, every single time Newsom's doing this, is just flooding to Newsom. He's controlling the narrative, and he's pissing off Republicans so badly. Take a look at this one, where Fox News is enraged over Gavin Newsom's response to a question they asked.
Congressman Greg Abbott, who is in a wheelchair, and Newsom says he rolled over for Trump. That's almost as bad as Jasmine Crockett calling him Governor Hot Wheels. You know, we asked for a statement, and Newsom's office said something flippant like, you know, oh, you're so woke. He'll get over it. Abbott will get over it. Your response to that?
He's just beating them at their own game. I mean, he's beating them so bad at their own game. Quote, no, but how woke of you to ask. I'm sorry Greg's feelings were hurt. Poor guy. We hope he recovers. They're looking for anything, picking straws, and every single time Newsom is just beating them at their own game. Because think about the reverse. It's always just, oh, it's woke, it's woke. Because they don't believe in anything, right? And so let me bring you back. We're going to let this play, and we're going to talk through it to some of the best pictures, photos, AI images of Gavin Newsom that are infuriating MAGA. If you're taking a look right now, him kissing the flag, him looking like Jesus. There's one of him in a crown. He's riding a lion. And people on Twitter do not understand this. Conservatives don't understand it, and it's hilarious, right? I go on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, there's a link in the description. Although I understand if you don't want to follow on Twitter, because Twitter is like one of the only places I really don't like. It's terrible, but you got to reach as many people as you can, right? But you look in the comments when you post Gavin Newsom, if like he's in a crown, he's a king, or this like Superman. They're like, "Well, I thought you guys didn't like kings. Hypocritical much?" It's like you don't understand the joke, right? We're mocking you. We're mocking you, and it's working well. I mean, every single time it's a ratio. Every single time, everybody, at least culturally, is all over Newsom. And so finally, Newsom today posted this of some of the It's hilarious. And so then the question finally becomes, we wrap it all together. Chris, why does this matter? The vibes are good. We're finally getting control of a narrative. Now what? Why does it matter? Who cares? This is interest over time on Google search for Gavin Newsom. Now, I know this y-axis is a little confusing because it's just 25 to 100, but Google marks this as like just general interest, like 25 being low and 100 being peak interest for any given search. The search here is Gavin Newsom. Right? And so we see as Gavin Newsom has started this interest go way up, meaning people are searching a lot for his name. And so when they're searching for his name, maybe they're curious, maybe they're upset, maybe they don't understand the joke. Maybe some of them are looking at what Gavin Newsom's doing in California. But regardless, they're all being flooded to Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom is spending his time, his press team is doing that, pissing off conservatives, getting a lot of attention in this attention economy, and then flooding people to the most important part. All this attention, taking it, grabbing it, and flooding people to this.
It is a 5-alarm fire for democracy in the United States of America. Donald Trump, who's trying to light a torch on democracy, continue to try to rig the election. His agenda is failing, his presidency is failing. He knows the headwinds in a midterm. Now he's dialing up for seats. He called Greg Abbott, who doesn't have the courage, doesn't have the conscience, and he has rolled over. And he said, yes, sir, and. So we have got to step up. We tried to play by a higher set of standards and rules with our independent redistricting, and we believe in that. We are talking about emergency measures to respond to to what's happening in Texas, and we will nullify what happens in Texas. We will pick up 5 seats with the consent of the people, and that's the difference between the approach we're taking and the approach they're taking. There are no rules for Donald Trump. And this is a serious moment in American history. And so we are here to meet this moment head on. We will not be complicit.
Wow. That is an incredibly powerful ad from Gavin Newsom. 2 million likes on TikTok, just TikTok alone. The Election Rigging Response Act, which people can vote on November 4th. He's ready. He's drawn up the maps. We're going to nullify what happens in Texas. We'll pick up 5 seats. We'll do it with the consent of the people. And so as he's winning this culture war, as he's dominating the headlines, he's winning the attention economy from Trump, he floods people to this. And he says, first of all, if you don't like what I'm saying on social media, good, it's a joke. Donald Trump does it every single day. He's the president, and it's unprofessional, and it's gross. And furthermore, the guy's destroying our democracy. So we're going to do something about it. Beautiful. It's all beautiful. So well done by the Newsom team. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments down below. And again, if you're in California, much love, let me know. I appreciate each and every one of you. You all rock. Thanks for the support lately. Again, the links to my other social media sites, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, there's so many these days. All of it will be down below. I appreciate you so much. Make sure you hit like on this video and you're subscribed here, and I will see you in the next video.